xin chào tất cả các bạn Biner nha. Thì hôm nay Thành sẽ vào cái cuộc trò chuyện của Nicolas về một chuyên gia crypto nha. Nói về những các vấn đề về KIC nè, về các vấn đề khi nào mainnet mở về khỏi chạy này nha các bạn. Thì đây các bạn vào FB rồi vào cái chỗ phần interview đây nha các bạn. Đó, màu vàng bên dưới đây. Nó sẽ đưa chúng ta đến một cái cuộc trò chuyện giữa Nicolas về chuyên gia về crypto nha.
It is not allowed to
Ở đây mình xem rồi mình dừng lại về mình tua lại nha. Rồi mình bật phụ đề. Đây nè, phụ đề nè. Phụ đề tiếng Việt lên để các bạn xem cho rõ nha. Dịch tự động nè. Tiếng Việt này nha. Rồi. Sau đây là cuộc trò chuyện giữa Nicolas.
Hello, Dr. Nicholas. Thank you for jumping on the Crypto Kid podcast. So, what's your background and how did you get into cryptocurrency?
Hi, and thanks for having me. I was actually involved in the space before even the invention of Bitcoin, and that was actually due to my research interests at the
Có
university.
nhắc tới đồng Bitcoin
So
luôn.
I'm a computer scientist. I did my PhD and postdoc at Stanford University, and my interests are in distributed systems, which is essentially what a blockchain is. The precursor to blockchain existed many years before, and social computing, which is related to human-computer interaction and crowdsourcing. So as part of my master's thesis, I created a framework for writing smart contracts on fault-tolerant distributed systems. And of course, back then it wasn't called smart contracts and it wasn't called the blockchain, but it was similar concepts. And then, as part of my postdoc, I introduced and taught a class at Stanford University at the computer science department there, the CS359B, which was teaching students how to design decentralized applications on blockchain. Now, in this class, students created and deployed multiple functional working prototypes of decentralized applications, but they all got stuck in having people to use them. And that's mostly because many reasons, but user experience related reasons on blockchain back then. But one core blocking point was that before anyone can use any of those apps, they needed to acquire cryptocurrency to pay for the gas fees. Now, at Stanford is also where I got to meet my other founder of Pi, Chen Yaofan, where she also did her PhD there as well. And it's our academic career and personal interests that is what truly led to create the Pi network, which we founded at the end of 2018.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And hey, I got a chance to watch a lecture of yours on YouTube. You explained how blockchain technology works. There's just so much to learn about it. And I really appreciate you taking on that challenge in developing young minds to get involved with the future, especially something that has to do with money, governance, and law later on down.
Yeah, thanks for saying this. I really try when I try to explain something, I try to look at what is the audience. So when I am teaching to CS students, the audience is more technical, but when I'm trying to explain something that is for the general population, I'm trying to start from really ground zero.
You keep pushing, man. You're doing a great job. Now, we're going to talk about Pi Network. And what is unique about Pi Network compared to other blockchains coming out and other cryptocurrencies? What makes you guys different?
Yeah, so Pi Network is essentially a massive open community with over 35 million engaged members. And this community is powered by Pi, which is the world's most widely distributed cryptocurrency. So this platform that we're putting together is essentially creating a robust, especially accessible ecosystem for three types of people: for users, for developers who are building apps, and for merchants who are using apps. And what makes it different? I would say that we followed a number of non-consensus strategies compared to other cryptocurrencies. Like, for example, we didn't just focus on solving a technical problem. Sometimes you hear things like transactions per second and this and that, technical solutions. But we also focused on solving the human problems. So having people engaged, having people on the platform to begin with. Another thing that we did differently is that our platform is not just focusing on blockchain native applications and nothing else, meaning like DeFi, NFT. Of course, these are possible on Pi, but this is not the only thing that the platform is focused. It focuses on all types of applications that solve needs for mainstream audience. Let me see. Another different
thời gian nó quá
thing
dài
that we
cho
did
nên
slightly different here
anh
is
sẽ
that
tua những cái
we
đoạn
focused on
hơi
accessibility
quan
and
trọng cho các bạn xem
inclusivity
nha.
through essentially trying to reduce any kind of barriers for people to participate, such as financial barriers and technical barriers. So the users will have to remember a passphrase, and that passphrase is enough to fully authenticate themselves. And no one else knows that passphrase, to the point that if someone were to hack it, theoretically, without stealing it from you using a virus, if they were to actually hack it and hack SATO
Không thể
56,
đánh
it would
cắp
take them
cái
100 billion years to
bèo với
do
bi
it
của chúng ta
using
được, trừ khi
computational
là lộ mật khẩu thôi nha
methods.
các
Of
bạn.
course, they can try to deceive you, to give them your passphrase, which is a different problem. It's a user experience problem, but in terms of cryptography, it's very strong. So essentially, the proper way all cryptocurrencies are supposed to do it is through
Nếu muốn
non-custodial
đánh
wallets. So the
hacker mà
users
đánh
have
cắp
to
được cái
remember
ví
this
bi của chúng ta
passphrase.
là phải
Now,
mất
because this passphrase
trăm
is a
tỷ
little
năm
difficult to
tôi nghiên cứu
remember,
này được nha
we
các bạn.
ask the users to save it
Vì
on
24 cụm
somewhere
từ mật khẩu rất
safe,
là khó hacker vào
and
được.
we help them use the phone's biometric features, such as the thumbprint or the facial scan, to essentially load up this passphrase using their phone's algorithms. And there are some phones,
Thành
some
chỉ tua
depending
qua
on
những cái quan trọng thôi, nó
companies, I
dài
guess
lắm.
you can tell that these days most phones are doing a pretty good job at securing those data. This noises, and also there's a lot of projects maybe that are in for the wrong reasons, maybe trying to have some quick effects without paying attention to long-term value. So it's usually the case that long-term valuable projects are usually started or basically persevered during low times. Yeah, because anything that gets very quick results can also very quickly decay. So we saw some of that in the previous months or the beginning of this period.
I agree. And it shows who the real enthusiasts are. Also, I personally like the bear market. It's just something. I like talking more about it when times are bad, just because I know when times are good, people are just going to be like, "Hey, you know what, Sonny, or Crypto Kid, you were right," or "Doctor, you were right," at school, or something like, or your peers, or somebody that you were trying to convince. So, or persuade.
There's something I like to, it's about going to conferences. So when the crypto space is very hot, and you go to conferences and there's so many people there, and the types of conversations sometimes you're having are very shallow. But when the times are a little more smaller, then you tend to meet and discuss and have a lot more challenge.
Thì cái thời lượng nó rất là dài nha các bạn, nên các bạn thông cảm, thì các bạn hãy vào đây và các bạn xem và dịch ra cho nó rõ ràng nha các bạn. Thì các bạn thấy chia sẻ của Thành hay thì cho Thành một like và một đăng ký kênh nha các bạn.